Let's continue now, and we're gonna be using Mongoose. So we open our Atlas, our MongoDB database, and in this cluster obviously we have nothing yet, but again, if you didn't do it, just go into the driver, just grab this one. Okay, so copy it, and we're gonna go to Visual Studio Code. We're gonna go to the .env file, and then we can put our mongodb underscore URI or whatever name you want to put it, equal sign, and then we're gonna paste it. And as you can see, here is where I replace it with my password. For example, if I go right here, what you are gonna be grabbing is gonna be this one, what is inside of angle bracket. So you change this whole thing, you swap it with your password, included the, as you can see here, replace the angle brackets, blah blah blah, with the password. Okay, so I'm using the PHS. This is my password for this project. So again, it's for educational purposes, so I'm just gonna delete it later on. So okay, so we already opened the MongoDB, Postman, so we have that. And let me see what else we need. So we're gonna have Mongoose. Okay, let me see, we are gonna go to Backend, and we're gonna have a folder. So here we're gonna have the configuration, it's just config. So, or if you want to name a configuration, whatever, so you can pretty much having our database. So you can put in database or db, so database.js, like that. So these names are very you're gonna configuration, config, database, db, so you always wanna abbreviate it, but we can leave it like that. So we need to bring in Mongoose, and okay, so it does it for me. So just, if you don't know if you have installed it, so I know that I installed it, but if you are not sure if you have installed it, you go to your package.json from the root, and you go into the dependencies. As you can see, we have the Mongoose 8.17.1. okay, so pretty much like this. So comes Mongoose, require Mongoose. Okay, so we have that so far. So let me see. So no, we don't need the let me see, let me close it like that, and we don't need that semicolon at the end. So I'm using the autopilot of the Visual Studio Code, so be careful with that, keep an eye for the spelling. So okay, that's it for me. But so we have this variable, okay, and we are gonna name it we're gonna name it connect, let me see, connect database. Okay, connect database, and I'm using camel notation. So we're gonna have an error function, so it's gonna be asynchronous async, and we're gonna have pretty much like that. And here we're gonna have our try and catch. So we have connect database, or we can just connect db. So it's just every time we save some lines of code or we make it more readable, is better. So okay, so here we can just put in try and catch. Okay, so like that. So we have the connect db, but let me see, let's just database, let's just leave it like that. So here inside of the try, no, we're not on our way. So this is what the Visual Studio Code wants me to do, but here we're gonna have a variable. So I'm gonna go right here and we're gonna have this variable that is gonna be connect. Okay, so we're gonna await for Mongoose. Okay, so we're gonna wait on Mongoose, and there is a function that there's a function that is connect, and now we're gonna grab whatever we have in the DOTENV. So in my case it's mongodb underscore URI, so it's gonna be, let me see if it does it automatically for me. So it's gonna be process that env, that's fine, that, and now it's gonna be mongodb. Okay, now it does it. Okay, we can just leave it like that, save it. So let me see, so we are awaiting Mongoose that connect, and then we're using the process that env that mongodb underscore URI. Okay, so that's fine. And once we connect, we're gonna use backtick. So let me see, we're gonna have console that log. Okay, so because we want to pretty much show this information inside backticks, we're gonna have mongodb connected, okay, calling, and then $, we're gonna have this variable, and the variable is gonna be the connection, then we're gonna have the connection, and then the host. So this is the connection variable, and this is an object. So this is the object connection, and then the host. What else? Okay, so we have that. Yeah, that is for the console.log for the try, and we can move it like that. Maybe we're gonna, now we're gonna have our, for the catch, so we're gonna have console.log. Okay, so I'm gonna have console.log, and we are gonna console.log that error. Okay, and we're gonna close the process, and we need to close it, and this one should be process. Okay, and we're gonna pass in 1, so process.access underscore 1. So connect db, mongodb connection, yeah, everything looks fine. Yeah, but we need to module that, module that exports. Oops, let me put it like that, module that exports, and we're gonna be exporting the connect database. So this is, or whatever you name it. Okay, so I name it connect database, you can name it connect db or whatever. So let me double check. So Mongoose, require Mongoose, that's fine. Connect db, asynchronous, try, counts, await, process URI, console.log, mongodb. So make sure that you're using backticks here, mongodb connected. So this is a message that is going to appear in the here in the terminal. So make sure you're using this variable con, and we are using this object connection, and then the host. Yeah, that's fine. And then there's an error, we're gonna console.log that error, and then we're gonna end it with 1. Okay, so that's fine here. Now we're gonna go into the server, and we're gonna bring it. Okay, so we're gonna bring this file. Let me put it right here, and here we're gonna have in cons, let me see, what is cons connect, yeah, cons connect, let me see, see, let me double check right here. So let me double check real quick. If we go into the database, so I have connect DB database. Yeah, okay, so we're gonna have cons, and then we're gonna have connect, and then it's gonna be database or whatever you name it. So yeah, sometimes this autopilot makes it confusing. So require, okay, so require, and let me see. So okay, so we are calling, or we're bringing the connect database require from the, so if we are in the server, we just need one dot to get out of there and go into the configuration or config folder, and then the database file. Okay, so let me see. Yeah, so we have that, and we are gonna go right here, and let me see. Yeah, require database, so yeah, whatever you name it here, the file, and then we just need to call in the function. Okay, so pretty much, and make sure you put the parentheses at the end. Okay, so connect database, and let me see, control tilde, and yeah, as you can see, MongoDB connected. Okay, so we're gonna go right here, MongoDB connected for let me see, courses API, something like that. So we can put it, and MongoDB connected for courses API. Okay, so we have that, and we can go into our, let me see, into our atlas, and we're gonna go into cluster, browse, let me see, browse collections. We have nothing yet so far, but if you want, you can go into, if you have Compass, okay, so you can open it here, and we're gonna, from here we need connect, and here we're gonna have Compass, and we can just pretty much grab this one and paste it right here. So add, so I'm gonna just paste it, and my password is gonna be this one, so you have to use your own password. So I'm just gonna go right here, paste it, and save and connect. Okay, so right now we can use MongoDB Compass, so I'm gonna have the admin, the config, and the local. Okay, so that's